Cancer.
Okay, Cancer, this is your astrological forecast for May 2016. And listen, this month we have what we call a blue moon. And so what is that? We've all heard the expression of every once in a blue moon, right? And that is exactly it. It's something that occurs very rarely. And a blue moon is when within a calendar month we have 2 full moons. Now this full moon this month here, taking place on the 21st of May, will appear in your 6th house. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, we got the 2 full moons, so we know that that is going to be more so of an emotional month. We're in touch with our emotions, our feelings, and the 6th house for you here, Cancer, is your day-to-day routines. It is how you interact with your coworkers. It's you looking at what gives you the most benefit of your time and what kind of just eats away at your time. So whatever is going to be highlighted here, you'll know what to keep and what maybe then to eliminate. Now, you've done a pretty good elimination process here as we have the eclipse there at the end of March. So here for May, I feel that you're already looking at your new routines. This full moon will come in and accentuate it, looking that you're actually now getting more quality time out of your day-to-day routine. So good for you. But we have a beautiful month. The first 2 weeks are actually very positive. They're expanding upon us, right? Last couple of weeks, well, a couple of, I won't say hiccups, but what is a month without a challenge or two, right? So we really want to look at what May is going to do for you and how you can use the most of this time here for your highest value. We have now Venus in Taurus, so you're going to get a little feel of how it is to be a Taurian, even though you are Cancer. And that is because we got Venus, we got Sun, Mercury, the new moon in the sign of Taurus this month. And Taurian people, which you're going to be embedding into your own consciousness now, is how it feels to take charge like the Taurians do. What is it that really exemplifies Taurus people? Well, they're good about wanting to secure things, especially when it comes to values, the material aspect. So you now as a Cancerian are going to be feeling that you're going to want to secure money and anything that is important to you value-wise. How you interact with people. Why? Because all of these 4 planets are in your social house, the 11th house. This is where we go out on the stage, interact with people. You might come to meet a couple of new people this month, and in that case they should be very supportive of who you are and kind of buy into this of what it is you're trying to secure. So if you haven't been in touch with some of your old friends, you might go back now and go in there and try to shore up those levels in your interaction. You might also come, not all of you, of course, I'm just doing a general reading here, but some of you might even come to think up some plans, business plans, because Taurians are excellent business people. So this month, and you Cancerians are really good about securing things too. So this month with you tying this Taurian energy in might just work out a beautiful concept that can be fun to do and also something that can enhance your monetary income. You may not see the result of that money yet here this month because there's not really much going on in your 2nd house or your 8th house, but the concept itself, especially because we have the new moon here, which indicates new beginnings, new thoughts, new concepts, or putting down intentions. Don't forget, intentions are to be placed on the 6th under the new moon. So if you have anything of this nature going on within you, hey, listen, this could be a great month to start planting the seeds. And as we progress over the next few months, when the planets come into your 2nd house, this is when you're going to see the fruits of your labor. But that is the sun, that is Venus, that is Mercury, all of them, the new moon thinking here in these terms. But Mars now has changed signs. It's been cruising in the area of Scorpio for a long time, which was in your 5th house. So you've had a lot of fun here earlier, February, March, really opened up, you getting back on the stage, having a little fun, doing your hobbies, spending more time interacting with your children or your significant other. Some of you even found new love, didn't you? So, but right now, as Mars is in Sagittarius, well, it takes on more fire, right? Mars is fire itself in the sign of Sagittarius. It sparks that. It's in the 6th house. So this is you now aiming your focus on how to cut through the matrix of what really works for you, that runs alongside with you, and what is stopping your flow. Is there still something here that is holding you back from having more of the fun that you had there in the 5th? Well, Mars is going to help you look at how you can not just beautify this, but become more efficient in that manner. Mars is your goals. Sagittarius is having those goals on the horizon. It's what pulls you forward towards new visions, right? So pay attention to your visions while Mars is still here, is direct, because it's retrograding into, back into, should I say, Scorpio, to kind of wrap up all loose ends, look at lost opportunities and so forth. And then it will come back into Sagittarius, give you a long extended time straight throughout that of spring into summer. So we have a long time here where you can actually come to perfect this area. Jupiter still in your 3rd house, communication, wanting to travel. Now Jupiter is going to go direct here on the 9th or the 10th, depending on where you live, which time zone. But you're going to start seeing how this area of communication, short distance, long distance travel, anything that is written, for example, if you are an author and you like to write, or you give speeches, classes, those kind of things, well, that's going to start picking up here after the 10th. Saturn still in its long journey here in the 6th house, so we've spoken about it in the past, and I'm not going to reiterate too much on it, but you're really setting the grounds for the next 28-year cycle, you know, until Saturn comes back into Sagittarius. So this is you looking at your health long term, making plans. What are you eating? How are you dieting? Are you getting enough exercise? That kind of thing. Saturn will hold you to it. It's all about being conscious or aware. Once you are and you get this foundation down, you're good to go for a long time. But let's start looking at the top of the month, what you can come to expect. Like I said, the first 14 days are fantastic. It starts off on the 1st here, Cancer, and it is with the Sun and Neptune. Now the Sun is always you, the essence of who you are. Neptune is our hopes, our dreams, what it is we foresee in the ideal world, right? And it's important for us humans to have dreams so that we can be creative and become more of who we are spiritually. So we're starting off in this lofty, dreamy type space on the 1st, and then the Sun is going to trine up on Jupiter on the 3rd and trine up on Pluto on the 7th. So you can see this whole first week is all about now personal expansion. Jupiter and the Sun, your hopes, your dreams, your visions that you had on the 1st is now going to take on shape and form. And I believe it's something you have been wanting or longing for a long time. This is now going to come together for you. When Pluto is trined on the 7th, well, Pluto is all about death and rebirth, endings and beginnings, the alpha omega. So you're going to see a conclusion of this era that you've been working for, and then the doors opening up and you're feeling empowered here, Cancer. On the 9th we have Venus and Neptune. They're doing the dance in a beautiful sextile. Venus ruling love and romance. And now if Venus rules that. Neptune is the higher octave, so it's like Venus on steroids. This is the time of the month that you want to circle in to have a candlelight dinner, something romantic. If you're single, don't sit at home, because here is the frequencies of our heart chakra opening up, resonating with you and your partner, or perhaps a new person that could be attracted to you and come in on your life path. On the 10th, this love, this heart chakra thing that opened up on the 9th, well, on the 10th, Venus now is expanding with Jupiter, and you're going to have a big OMG moment, like, oh my God, this is perfect, right? Now, if you are an artist of any type, shape, and form, let me tell you the 9th and 10th too. Let's not forget about the arts. That is also what Venus rules, and with Neptune, even more arts. With Jupiter, it's expanding your talents, skills, and abilities and getting it out, because Jupiter rules long distance, international. Then we have on the 12th, Mercury, and the 13th. Well, Mercury is not just our linear communication, how we speak and present it and how we listen, but it's also the messenger. So on the 12th, we have great news coming in from Pluto. Pluto rules the masses. Pluto rules transformation. Pluto rules big money, just like Venus rules money. Well, Pluto is big money. So if you have a contract you're waiting to sign, this is when it's going to cut through for you. And I'm loving to see how that is working. Now, Mercury is still retrograde until that of May 22nd. So if you can hold off on signing anything, that would be good. But if you started before Mercury went retrograde, you're good to go, all right? Because this is also being the recipient of good news. So if it's from prior efforts, then it's coming back to you under this retrograde. This is why we love retrograde, because we get things in from the past as well. But starting off on new, you can think it, you can have concepts, you can have negotiations and talks. It's going to want to negotiate something more there on the 13th when Mercury and Venus are conjunct. That's an annual meeting of the two planets. Mercury communicates, Venus is about love, romance, money. And so maybe with what surfaced on the 12th, you're going to be thinking about this and talking about it on the 13th. So see what that's going to do for you, because it's not just communication. It's not just news here, Cancer, because on the 13th also, Mercury to Venus is already active by conjunction, but then Venus is coming in with a trine to Pluto. Venus rules money, Pluto rules money, contract, new beginnings, starts, maybe news that you got the job you wanted, got the promotion you wanted, or you have opened up, launched something, whatever it may pertain to you. The 13th, big money day. So now we have had the first couple of weeks active, and it's integrated within you. So you're kind of like floating on this little cloud, aren't you? It's really beautiful. I would say come back and listen to this forecast at the end of the month, because as you start out listening, you will hear what you want to hear, you will hear what you recognize, but if things haven't fallen into place, you may not recognize what it is I'm speaking of right now. But at the end of the month, and you listen back, you're going to go, oh my God, yes, this, and that came to be. So, good for you. Now, on the 22nd, we have the Sun and Mars. They're in opposition. The Sun being you, Mars wanting to go in a different direction. So you might just feel that you're not all in one on this day. It could be maybe outer circumstances that needs your attention to act with Mars somewhere. Well, you want to be here and still kind of floating on this cloud. This is going to be accentuated on the 24th when Venus is going to oppose Mars as well. So you're still feeling the groove within you, and yet there's something nagging, bickering, calling, beckoning you to do something else. So you're going to have to balance your energies, 22nd to 24th. Then 26th, Jupiter and Saturn are going to square. And this is decisions to be made because Jupiter wants to expand. Saturn, though, has rings, so it kind of limits us. It holds us here now, grounds us. So it's a push-pull kind of thing. So if you don't have to absolutely make a decision on this day, don't. Just wait. Mercury is now turned direct, so that's all good. But if you can wait to the 30th, I think clarity is going to be that much more for you as Mercury comes in to save you. Mercury news or your thoughts coming in with a beautiful trine to Pluto, which will give you that oomph, that start, the new beginning. Always, always remember Pluto creates major changes from the inside and out. The ending of the old, but we're really looking always when the transits hit is the new beginning, right? So on the 30th, make your decisions. You're good to go to sign if you have to sign anything because of Mercury's now being direct. Mars is going to go retrograde and go slowly but surely back into Scorpio to help you pick up all those loose ends. So always pay attention when we have a retrograde because actually it is for your higher good in the overall. Picking up those little things because when we are on direct, we are on that super highway. We don't always see what's on, what we're passing by. So that will be good. It will be there for a while. Give you some time to really sense, feel deeply. Remember, it's Scorpio. So, and you've felt how that feels here in February and March and April, sorry. So you're going to go back to that deep-rooted feeling before it's going to go direct again a little bit later and pick up all that fiery energy that you're feeling now, okay? So right now, here, Mars being 7 degrees as we start out the month in Sag, you've had the opportunity to feel that fire. You're going to have a whole lot more of it as we move on. So listen, this is what we have for you here now for May. Cancer, make the most out of it. I'm super excited to see what June is going to bring for you, especially because there's so many new doors opening up for you. So listen to your tarot signs or your tarot readings, should I say, because that will give you more detailed information as well for what you can expect.